So, comedians. Tokyo finally has its first stand-up comedy club. Yeah? And some genius, I won't name him, called it Tokyo Comedy Bar. All the opportunity, all the humour that could have been had, Tokyo Comedy Bar. Can the comedians think of a more creative naming solution? Go.
Teriyaki joking.
Well, I think obviously with the Chris Rock and recently Dave Chappelle incidents, I think it should be called Stand Up and Get Decked.
John, you got that out so quickly. Were you worried that someone else was going to steal teriyaki joke?
Yeah. Also, in my experience, if you're insecure about a joke, do some goofy physicality. And maybe shout a little.
Is it a joke in the chicken reference? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how joking sounds exactly like chicken?
No, choking the chicken.
Teriyaki joking chicken.
Yeah.
All right,
it doesn't
cool.
matter. All right. I think it's not ambitious enough. We should be spreading our net wider. We should have called it Funny Kanto.
I think it's a Tokyo Comedy Bar is a very descriptive, literal name, and so we should go along the same lines and just tell everyone what it is and call it Current and Former English Teacher Counseling Center.
Other than comedy, we haven't pushed enough our craft beer, the thing we very, we can't see anywhere else much. So let's call it the real hub.
The place for people who are too cool for hub.
Yes.
A great place to force your Japanese girlfriend to go.
So Vinay Murthy is going to be performing basically every night at Tokyo Comedy Bar. And so I think it should really just be called, Tokyo's House of Mirth.
Hey!
Anyone on a date here? No? Comedy is a great date. I wanted to call it Live, Laugh, Love Hotel.
On that note, since our lovely BJ here, BJ Fox, is going to be hosting almost every night, I figured we should just go ahead and call it Host Club with BJ.
Actually, I know a place you can get.
And I mean, he's usually going to be drunk when he's here, so I mean, maybe sloppy BJ's in Shibuya. I don't know.
Sloppy and discreet, really. Can we just acknowledge that every time you mention the name of the club, you go like, it could have been a better name, but we had to... So we should just attach a disclaimer to it. Tokyo Comedy Bar, but really I wanted to call it something funny, but really I wanted something Googleable.
Yeah, Tokyo Comedy Bar asterisk, I promise we're funny.
Tokyo Comedy Bar asterisk, I invested a lot in this club, so please, if you could just go and tell your friends and buy a lot of drinks.
And since this is basically his midlife crisis, it should be Tokyo Comedy Bar asterisk, cheaper than a Ferrari.
Tokyo Comedy Bar asterisk. Tokyo Comedy Bar asterisk, I'm fine. I talked about it with my wife, everything's cool, we're fine.
I think the acronym for Tokyo Comedy Bar is TCB, which is okay, but I think it would be cooler if it was one of those acronyms that made a word like laser or scuba. So I think the bar name should be Comedy Urban Nightlife Tokyo, aka Kanto.
Funny.
Quite frankly, I don't want to give the points to anyone.